Hey guys, I'm gonna get out real quick just to give you perspective on the height. Ozzy, if you want to take this, feel free to add some perspective.
Yeah, here, Ozzy. I'm gonna grab.
How tall are you? Okay, so he's about 6 feet tall.
So that's, yeah.
Yeah, and we're able here to see into Mexico.
And it looks like another really active neighborhood inside.
So we have Border Patrol right here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go straight ahead. So that's Border Patrol right here.
Yeah, so we'll just go around.
But this street looks like it goes down for quite some time.
We're here at Border State Field Park. We're actually just getting the first look of the border wall. We're heading to Friendship Park later today. It's just around the corner. It's where the wall actually starts and feeds into the Pacific Ocean.
So we're here at Friendship Park in San Diego. This is a unique spot because on the weekends, people can go up to the wall. They can speak to loved ones, they can speak to relatives on the Mexican side of the border, and they can interact. I'm here at San Isidro, the port of entry. Just kind of want to give you perspective on what we're seeing around here. Not uncommon to see buses taking people to work after they commute in. You see people carrying suitcases. See people with bags for the long commute, many of them carrying them around. Some will go on this train. So yesterday as we leave San Diego, you know, our goal is kind of to follow the wall the whole way. Well, initially when we leave San Diego and we're trying to navigate the border, I mean, the terrain there was rough and we're going up around hills. You had these mountains or hills basically of rock. You know, there was no way, you know, easily to get to the border. So we're here in Tecate, California at the border. Want to show you real quick on the other side at the wall, and then some construction we're able to zoom in on. Just 1 second. Flip over the camera here. You can see there the wall in front of us, but take a look here. We've been able to zoom in on that construction area. And you'll see crews in action there.
Hey guys, we're in Tecate, California, and actually right about 100 yards from me or less is Tecate, Mexico. We've been driving for about an hour, I would say, since we left San Isidro.
So our last update in Tecate on the big border wall was right over there. Gonna zoom out now and then show you where we're stopped. You'll see up there on the hills, there is another wall up there. Maybe hard to see, but we'll bring it down here on our camera system and you'll see the wall.
This is the first border checkpoint that we've come across so far on our tour.
Hello. Hi.
Good.
So we're journalists. We're traveling the border.
We're on Highway 8. We pulled over because I want to show you, this is one of the last closest looks we'll have of the border fence right now. That's about a mile away from us from our roof cam right now. I'm actually going to bring you the wide cam right now in the car. Austin, tell us why we pulled over.
Yeah, we're in Los Algodones. This is essentially where California, Arizona, and Mexico meet. And right next to us, Anna, we have a border fence here. It's a pedestrian wall, and you see barbed wire there lining the top of it.
We're very close actually to where Mexico, California, and Arizona all intersect, and we saw a sign off of Highway 8 that says to Mexico, and I'm going to show you a street cam and where we took that exit. So this is kind of what we're looking at right now. We're actually right now about as close as we're going to be able to get right now to Mexico. We just saw a sign that said last U-turn in the USA. We're about halfway through California. I'm actually going to bring in our car. Austin, tell us exactly where we are right now.
Yeah, we're actually right on the other side of Mexicali, and Anna, if you take the roof cam right now, you're gonna see Mexico right there. That's a port of entry.
We're actually right now in the car heading to Arizona. We're right now on Highway 8. Let me see if I can flip around the camera so you guys can kind of get a view of what we're looking at. A lot of farm, a lot of mountain. You know, we're halfway through California, and we've seen very few people that you're looking at right now. Kind of waiting outside. We're about a football field away from Mexico, and you know, cars have been slowly coming through, crossing over from Mexico into the U.S. Live for BorderReport.com tour. I'm Anna Warnicki.
You know, we're hoping to see some pedestrian fence construction, but for the most part down here you have vehicle barrier, and then you have a little bit of land down here with no fence, and I presume that that's going to be, you know, extremely rugged terrain, if not mountains. So this is a construction area in Arizona. You'll see this fencing, which is newer fencing. It's got wire on it. It appears to be a mesh type substance, but so this is an interesting spot we found here in Arizona, right outside of the Lukeville port of entry. You can see back here, I mean, it's daylight. You'd have some barriers to kind of walk through, but it's daylight back there to Mexico. And as we come here on the other side, you see shoes.
And we actually came across this, we can kind of see it. It's a black water jug, and we asked Border Patrol about it. They said it's used typically by people trying to cross over into the U.S.
Pull
This
over
is,
to
yeah,
your
international,
right.
right, yeah.
And we're going to take a moment here just so you can see this. I want to make sure we have our security behind us, so we're good. I'm going to get to the roof cam here too, and Anna or Ozzy, if you can just kind of check to make sure there's nobody behind us. But we have the ability to zoom in
you can see
here.
just people are walking
Yeah,
right
if you
there.
want to take that shot, Anna.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. One second. There we go.
I'm going to also try to just come over here. We'll see what we can.
Yeah, now
here.
I'm actually seeing exactly what you're talking about, Julian. This is, usually this is an enforcement zone that you can't really drive near. Oh, is that to her left? Is that Border Patrol?
Interesting right here, if we can. I'm just going to look. I mean, you see that razor wire down at the bottom too. I would presume because of all the poles and everything, the thought process would be that may be easier to climb.
Yeah. Oh, and then, yeah, do you see this all down here? And
Yeah, right. And that's exactly that wire you were talking about earlier, Anna.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to back us up here real quick. There's a big light here.
I do want to ask, Julian, is this, do we see this in any other part of the border that you know of?
It's hard to tell because the border is very, very extensive, almost 2,000 miles.
And to your left, that's Mexico. That's Nogales, Mexico.
Yeah.
And are you sure this part is, yeah?
I think so.
We'll
We're
find
about to
out.
find out.
We're about to find out. You might want to turn, make your first right turn when you can.
So Austin's going to step out of the car right now, and he's going to go stand up next to.
Yeah, if you want to take front cam,
Take
you
the
can
front
also take
cam.
thermal cam when I go up there.
Okay, I'll do that. He's going to go stand for a height perspective. So he is about 6 feet tall. You can see him walking up there. And again, there's a lot of Border Patrol present in this town, but to be honest, in this stretch right here, I don't really see any Border Patrol. And we're standing to my right is actually, it looks either like a restaurant or a house. We're gonna take, so yeah, so if you can see Austin, he's in the orange shirt right ahead of us. He's about 6 feet tall. So how tall would you say this is? Still 18 feet tall?
That's the same, 18.
The same? And will we see the same fence throughout the entire town, Julian?
For the most part.
For the most part.
Bunch of the other camera.
Yeah, so you can kind of see this is our thermal cam, but he's about 6 feet tall. He's kind of walking towards us, so he not his great perspective right now, but it's about 18 feet tall, and a lot of razor wire.